Hi guys, so today we're going to work on making a portrait of yourself. This is a portrait I did of myself. This is my face, and that's what a portrait is a picture of someone's face. It can be yourself or someone else, but for you guys I want y'all to do yourselves. So what I'll show you, this is the final idea of it, although I will go a little further with this and explain that later. But what I want you to see is where that came from was tracing right over top of a picture that I took of myself. You can see that here. And to get that, what you're going to need to use is your camera app. That's this app right there. And you click on that, take a picture of yourself, and it stores it to your photos, which is right there. You don't have to do anything fancy with that. All you have to do is come into Sketchbook and find it. So let me start a new one. And I've already taken my picture, so you guys will be able to see that. I'll save my current sketch. Alright, so if we are still learning how to do this, you guys got to remember it's the button up there, right there. That's your menu button, and then you got your all your stuff to work with down here. Okay, so I'm going to click on New Sketch, Create, and I have my new sketch. And I got to zoom in so I can see everything. And it helps to do this one vertically tall, because that's also called portrait. To do it tall ways. So I'm going to do a click over here on this button. You have to scroll over to see it. Okay, so I'm scrolling on my menu up there. And it looks like, I'll come in close, it's out of focus, but it's this mountain picture. You're going to click on that. And that's where I can see my picture. I'll find my picture, click on there. Okay, so I've got my portrait. I can resize it. I want to make sure it fits the whole screen. And I'll say done. Now I have my picture here. Now, you can't draw right on this layer. If I draw on this layer, I won't be able to delete this layer later and see what I drew on top. So what I have to do is I have to click on the plus button over here on my layers bar to get a new layer right there. And I'm going to do all my drawing on that layer. Now what I'm doing when I click on and off is there's a little eyeball on each layer. If you click them on and off, you can see the layer and then it disappears. Be careful not to click the lock. When you click a lock, you can't draw on something. So like right now, I have this blank layer right there and I could draw on it, but if I accidentally click the lock, I can't draw on it anymore. So if you ever catch yourself not able to draw on a layer, it might be because you clicked the lock. I'm going to backspace so I can, and then unlock that and unhide my picture below. So it's really important right now to make sure that the layer you have selected is not your face, but the one above it. That's the blank new layer. Okay? Now, how to do this? You guys know about your colors. We've been practicing picking colors over here a long time, but you're not going to use that today. No, we're going to actually use something totally different. So first click on pencil. Let's make sure we have our pencil tool selected. That's the one way up here at the top. And we're going to make sure our size is made all the way to the biggest at first. We're going to start big. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on just one part of the face at a time. And let's say I start right here. Now that's more colors than just one color. And we're going to discover all of that today. So to find a color, this is kind of cool. Check this out. When you put your finger over a space, it'll bring up this little cursor that looks like a crosshairs thing. And if I can get it out of my... I'll show you guys more of it there. It's like that. And wherever the middle of the crosshairs, or that little cross, are, it picks up that color. You can see it kind of change. If I come down here, you can see it definitely changed to these darker colors. And it's whatever is there. It's not what my finger is touching. It's what's in the middle of the crosshairs. So let's say I pick this color right there. And then I can color with it. Right in this spot. But I can't go too far, because when I start going too far, it doesn't match the other skin colors. So what I have to do instead, I can color that right in this space, but when I get up here I need to click and find this next color, and then I color with that. and then I click and find the next color and color with that. And you're going to do this a lot. I'm going to zoom forward so you guys can see it happening really fast. But I click, find the color, and then I keep going. Click, find the color, and then I move on. Click, find the color, and color a little bit. Click, find the color, color a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom faster. Okay, so I want to stop for a second and I want to show you what I've got so far. So when you've done this much, what you can do is you can turn on and off the little eyeball icon right there, the little one right in the corner of your picture, and see what you have so far. So far I'm doing pretty good. I've got a lot of the color mixed in there, but I do need to work on my details. And so here's the other thing I want to show you is when you're doing something smaller detail wise, like your eyes, your nose, your mouth, you're going to have to zoom in and you're going to have to also make your pencils smaller. So let's say I want to do this part right here. I find my eyelid. I find the color and I zoom in smaller and I'm making a smaller mark. Like that. So it's a thinner line. Has to be a thinner line. Kind of see what I have so far. Oops, and I did all that on the wrong layer. Okay? See what the mistake I made? I did everything I just made on the wrong layer. So I'm going to have to go back and undo all of that. It's good for you guys to see me make some mistakes. We all make mistakes. So I gotta go back and do all that again on the right layer by clicking on the right layer. So see how I had this one selected? I gotta select the top one. Alright, so if that happens to you, it's normal. It's okay. I'm gonna zoom forward now and show you this really fast. Okay, so now that I'm pretty much done, looks kind of like that when you're finished. What I want you guys to do next, this part is just saving it. So it may take you a couple of days to work on this one. You may have to save it a couple times. What you can do is always click on your button up here at the top and put it in your gallery. That's this one right here. It looks like a picture hanging on a wall. Click on there and save current sketch. Then it saves it to your gallery and you can always come back, click on it, and keep working. So I've got my picture behind it. To finish and turn this one in, you're going to click on actually click on the picture layer and get your menu to come up. Then you're going to click delete so that you just have the portrait that you made of yourself. And that will be it. You're going to click here and then you click share and then save image. And that saves it to your pictures so that you can then go to the assignment and turn it in through that way. So you can add the attachment whenever you do the assignment. Alright, so I'm looking forward to seeing all of your portraits. I hope you enjoyed realizing that you are not one color. One cool secret all artists know is that we are actually, each of us, many different colors to paint our real skin. No one's black, no one's white, no one's brown. We are a mixture of all of that. It all just depends on the melanin in your skin and the lighting, and it's so fascinating to see how many different browns and peaches and almost yellows and golden colors that we have in ourselves. So hope you learned a little bit and enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do. All right. One little extension. This is for 3rd grade only. On 3rd grade, what I want you guys to do, there's one extra thing. This would be blending. So you're going to actually take your blending tool with your portrait that you've made. So that's this tool right there. It looks like that. It's hard to see. There it is. If you click on it, you can see it. It says smudge pen. I'm sorry, not blending. Smudge pen. And with your smudge pen, what you can do, little by little, you click on one of your colors and you just smudge it around. You click on a little color and smudge. Oops. Smudge, 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 smudge. And you can just keep doing this. Oh, I've been on my pencil tool on accident. No wonder it looked weird. Okay, smudge tool. So you're just going to smudge and smudge and smudge. Smudge a little bit, smudge a little bit, smudge a little bit. You can't do too big of an area at once, because if you do, it just makes it all messy and ugly. So you gotta literally do just like little bits at a time. Picking my finger up while I do this. Try to avoid your eyes though. If you want to do your eyes, you gotta make it really small. Okay, so when you're done with that, you may actually have to come back into parts of it and kind of find what that color was, about like that, maybe a little bit darker. Lower it down. You may have to actually come back and redraw a few spots if you lost them, like that right there. Getting that in and over here, so that you can actually see parts of your nose. But that should be just about it. They do not have to be perfect or anything. I don't expect them. I know it looks kind of goofy as it is. But 3rd grade, I want to see you guys try to do this smudge pen too. And when you're done, you can click here, share, save image. Okay. All right. Looking forward to seeing your portraits.